Okay, so I had a little bit of a tragedy last week. I was teaching myself some programming, and you know, through all kinds of coercion and whatnot, I was forced to abandon my Mac and go up in the attic and dig out this old crappy PC. And so when I went to use it, the hard drive was making some funny sounds. So I thought like, I always want to try one of the solid state drives. So I ordered one of those and I cloned the hard drive onto the solid state drive, and uh, I was really impressed with like the difference. And then I thought, there's this Corel Draw I used to really like, but it used to be such a beast of an application that, you know, it got too annoying. That kind of why I went to Max way back then. And then so I thought I'd do like a little test setup here and compare one to the other, like the hard disk drive versus the solid state drive. And then I thought PICIS, that how it was having such a problem with that beastly PICIS application that maybe it's comparable. So I set the two up, and basically I just booted the computer and then tried to get into the application as fast as I could. And you know, it seems to make a pretty big difference. And since I thought, also we had to remove a couple computers because they were getting like really hot and starting to kind of get a little buggy there. So I thought that maybe it was like 200 bucks I think for 128 gig hard drive, solid state. But I looked on the Tangent website. It was like 80 gigs is what they were selling the Tangent with, hard disk drive. So there's a 64 of this like model that I got. That was like 100 bucks. So I thought maybe $100 upgrade might make a big difference. And listening to this folks get a little hung up about how long it takes and all that kind of whiny stuff. So this is like the old one. This is what it used to be like. Like you just sit here forever and wait for stuff. Um, and that first little clip there was the solid state drive. It like opened almost instantly. Because I thought that when George was talking about the paging file, it's probably not the RAM that's causing the problem. Because I upgraded this to 4 gig of RAM too, and that was like nothing compared to changing the hard drive from it's like 7,200 RPM Samsung something. Let's see what else. It's a one of those old Pentium D processors. Um, I don't know what else you want to know. Windows XP, I think it's like Service Pack 2. Just to give you some specs for the differences in this little test here. So that's like 2 minutes, 15 seconds. So it's like 3.65 times faster. So just some maybe